Hey there YouTube, and welcome to part 5 of my DVD collection. Now we're moving into my little shelf here, so I'll give you a quick overview of what's inside. So inside we have continuing from R and going to halfway through S. So first up is the rocker. Running Scared. This is a really good crime thriller kind of film. Probably my favorite performance from Paul Walker. Really brutal film, but also very enjoyable. It's not for everybody though. Oops. Rush Hour 3, not the best of the Rush Hour series. I'm still trying to find 1 and 2, but this one has its moments. It's got some good humor. Yep. SWAT. This one's a fun cop film. Good performances all around. Sahara. Scarface. I haven't actually watched this one all the way through. I've only watched about an hour's worth. It's a really long movie. It's hard to find the time to sit down and watch it all the way through. Scary Movie 3. This one has some moments. This was around the time that the whole parody spoofing films started to get really stupid. And Scary Movie 4. This was probably the last really good spoof film. Everything that's come out after this one has been terrible, and I'm still trying to find Scary Movies 1 and 2 because they're probably the best out of the franchise, but they're so hard to find. School for Scoundrels. School of Rock, probably my favorite Jack Black film. Sorry. The Score, great performances from Robert De Niro and Edward Norton, both tremendous actors. Really good film. One of my favorite films of 2010, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. This was an absolutely amazing film. It's so great. The scale is so great. The humor is awesome. Not a lot of people went and saw it at the theaters, which is a shame, but definitely check it out if you haven't and you're a fan of video games, manga, anime, etc. The Scream trilogy. 1 is my favorite. 2 is okay. 3 just got a little weird. Secret Window. Great thriller. The Sentinel. Seven. This is a great film. Really suspenseful, really creepy. The ending is wow. Just, yeah. Shark Tale. I know a lot of people don't like this one because they thought that DreamWorks was ripping off Finding Nemo because that came out about the same time as this one. And yeah, it does kind of look like they are, trying to follow on the success of Finding Nemo, but there's parts to Shark Tale that I do like. It is an enjoyable kids film. It's not, it's not Pixar quality, but it's a good film. Shattered. Pierce Brosnan is the villain. Very interesting role and a very interesting little movie. Number 1 on the IMDb Top 100, Shawshank Redemption. This is an amazing film. Brilliantly acted, great writing, great direction. Just an all-around great film. Sherlock Holmes. Shoot 'em Up. This is another one of those turn your brain off for an hour and a half action movies. Really fun. Some actually really insane gunfights in it. Shooter, Mark Wahlberg film. Very good little thriller. Shrek. What can I say about Shrek that hasn't been said already? Shrek 2, my personal favorite out of the Shrek series. And Shrek 3, the least favorite of mine, and pretty much everybody's. Something was missing from this one. I don't know what it was. It was just, there was something missing from it. Shutter Island, great performance from Leonardo DiCaprio, great visual style to it. Really, really good thriller. Silent Hill. The Simpsons movie. The Sixth Sense. That is a very hard title to pronounce quickly. Sleepy Hollow. Smokin' Aces. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about this one. First time I saw it, I didn't think much of it, but you watch it 2, 3, 4 more times, and you start picking up on things, and the more you watch it, the more you understand of it. It's actually a very well done movie. Definitely check it out if you get the chance. If you like insane action films. Snakes on a Plane, incredibly cheesy film. Social Network, great writing in this one. Soul Men, probably Bernie Mac's final film. Really, really funny movie. It's not humor for everyone, but if you like crude R-rated humor, I suggest checking that one out, especially if you're a fan of Samuel L. Jackson. Space Cowboys. One of my favorite films growing up as a kid. Space Jam. Spaceballs. This is hilarious. This is just a great sci-fi spoof, mainly focusing on the Star Wars films. Absolutely hilarious. Lots of great lines. Very quotable. Definitely check that one out if you like spoof movies and are getting sick of the new spoof movies that have been coming out recently. Spawn. Speed. Classic 90s action movie. Speed Racer. The visuals to this are actually very cool. I found myself getting very involved in the final race of the film. Yeah, some of the acting's not that great, and some of the scenes, what was that there? But overall, it's actually a very, very well done film from a technical standpoint, like visuals and stuff. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, a lot of fun, kind of cheesy, but that was the point. Spider-Man 2, they kind of cut back on the cheesiness on this one and add a little bit more seriousness to it, and it's probably the best out of the series. And Spider-Man 3, I do like some of it anyways. Yeah, I know. Really, you like Spider-Man 3? Yeah, I know. I'm probably going to hear some of that, but it's a Spider-Man film. It was supposed, it's cheesy. There was stuff to it that should have been left out, like the jazz scene about halfway through the film. But overall, it's still well done. It's still a good movie. I'm really looking forward to The Amazing Spider-Man coming out later in the year. The Spirit. I don't know what to say about this one. It's this was a blind buy when I bought it. I figured, Samuel L. Jackson as a comic book villain, that should be fun, right? I don't know. I like the way it was shot, like the style that it was done, like the whole graphic novel kind of look to it. but it was just so out there and so bizarre. I don't know. Splice, Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams, and Spy Kids 3D Game Over, or Spy Kids 3. The Spy Kids films are okay. I have no intention of ever seeing the fourth one, at least of my own free will. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, my least favorite of the prequels. And Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I haven't got the original trilogy on DVD yet because right now it's kind of hard to find, and I'm trying to find, there's a specific 3-pack that I'm looking for that comes with the special edition versions and the original theatrical versions from the 70s through 80s. But that's really hard to find now, especially with the Blu-rays coming out. But I do have the originals, they're just on VHS. They're the special editions, though. The reboot, or yeah, I guess it's a reboot of Star Trek. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but this was actually a very enjoyable film. Not enough to make me go, okay, now I gotta go watch everything Star Trek, but just to put that one on is enough for me. Starship Troopers, a really fun sci-fi action film. Starsky and Hutch, State of Play, very good, underrated little thriller. Stealth, some decent action, but pretty forgettable. Stitch, the movie. The Strangers, very creepy little film. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, this film was a blind buy, and it's probably the worst film I own. It's probably my least favorite film of all time, and that is Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. The reason why I bought this is because I took a look at it and I thought, like, it was really cheap, and I thought, you know what, this could be one of those bad acted movies, but have some pretty cool action, you know, just be a way to, you know, turn my brain off for an hour and a half or so. But, oh man, was this movie awful. It was, I'm thinking about watching it one more time, but not to redeem it, but to actually do a full review of this film, just because I really got to get it off my chest of how bad this movie was. Street Kings, great cast, great cop drama. Stuart Little 2, this was probably third or fourth DVD I ever got. I watched it about a year ago, and it's actually pretty bad. It had some humor, but it's one of those ones that's just kind of for the kids. It's not really something that an adult could watch and get some adult humor out of it. It's strictly for the kids. The Sum of All Fears. This is actually a very interesting little film. It's been a while since I saw it, but I do remember that they did get pretty bold at the end. They did something that typical movies like this don't typically do. The 4-disc set of Superman. This is just the first movie. Just the first movie, 4 discs. Comes with the theatrical and the expanded edition from 2000, and then it's got 2 bonus discs of behind-the-scenes documentaries and whatnot. But I still haven't watched it yet. Bruce Willis and Surrogates. Not as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but actually pretty decent. And the final movie is Suspect Zero. A pretty bland serial killer thriller kind of film. I was hoping for a lot more out of it, but had some good performances, at least I'll give it that, but overall it was just kind of eh. So that concludes part 5. Stay tuned for part 6 coming soon, and thanks for watching.